What up, California? Welcome to StackBMX.com's social media and YouTube channel. Today we're going to do an explain and review on the Stranger Ballast I.C forks. Like always, if you're watching this on one of our other social medias, head over to YouTube so you can win some free stuff from us by simply subscribing to this channel, liking this video, turning on your notification bells, and then leaving us a comment. But hang tight, because later on in this video we'll tell you all the rules and what you're going to win. So yeah, let's get to it. Talk about these Stranger Invest Casted BMX forks. So yeah, if you're familiar with Stranger and stuff like that, they make some pretty good quality products, and this is one of their products that I believe is really good for your bicycle and will help you ride for a little bit longer and spend a little bit less money in the long run. So let's start off. This is a fork. If you're kind of a noob or something like that, want to know what a fork is, or kind of don't know what it's named, this is the actual part that holds your front wheel on your bicycle. There's a lot of different other features on this fork that are named different things, so I'll try to help you understand everything. So first off, most of the forks that you get on a stock bicycle are usually a high tensile steel. So buying a set of forks like these that are aftermarket, the reason why they're a little bit more expensive is because they're just made out of better materials. They're designed a little bit differently, and they're just created to be a little bit stronger, from manufacturing to heat treating to the powder coating, pretty much everything on the fork. So that's why these forks cost a little bit more than like a stock fork or the other forks that you see on the market. So yeah, let's kind of start from the top. So first off, this is called the compression bolt. This is a bolt that actually pulls your whole headset together on your frame, and this is one of the biggest things that I see people kind of damaging and coming into the shop and trying to buy another one. But what's cool about this one is that Stranger's got you covered, and they got a 61 aluminum fork cap. And the cool thing about this is that it has a Cool Machine logo right here, but the main thing is that it has two Allen or hex head bolts, both sizes in there to remove this cap. So if you strip out the 6, you can run an 8 and loosen this bolt up and take your stem off. Another cool feature is that notice how these threads are really big, and they go right into the outside of the fork. It's not like a really small bolt with really small threads or thread size and threads into the fork, but has like a little, let's see if I show you. So these ones are fully threaded. So if you can see in there, there's threads in there, whereas the other one would have a metal piece welded inside, and then a smaller bolt would go inside. The problem with that one is that the bolt's really small. It's easier to strip, so having the bigger size makes it more difficult to strip. If it does fall or ding or something like that, you can get a file or a razor blade and clean up the edges. So makes it really cool, makes it nice for the rider. Also makes it lighter because you don't have another piece of metal welded inside of there. So I think that fork cap's pretty cool. It's pretty low profile and a lot of materials cut out. Even on the back side, there's a lot of material cut out. On the front side, notice how it's kind of tapered. So I think that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's got threads inside of here. They're pretty far down, so if you want to cut your steer tube, you could actually cut it down a little bit. So if you're talking about forks, this is called a steer tube. So the steer tube is what runs through the frame, and this is one of the biggest parts of the frame that bend or break. There's three major parts where forks fail, and where I've seen them fail and actually experienced them fail is steer tube, fork legs bending, and then usually dropouts. So Stranger has them all covered for you. On this steer tube, it's a heat treated, fully machined steer tube. So they machined this out of a chunk of steel, and then they machined it down, and they made one whole piece to actually weld onto the fork legs. Another cool feature is that it tapers right here, and then it's got a built-in headset bearing race. So you don't have to put any piece right here, you just slide the bearing right on, slide this into your frame, and then assemble the headset, the remainder of it. Another cool feature is that it's got a laser etched Stranger logo right there. And then on the bottom of the steer tube, I'm gonna pull this cap out again just so it lets light in. But on the bottom of the fork, what's cool too is that it's machined out quite a bit inside the bottom of the steer tube. So what that does is actually helps make the fork even lighter. So you can see how it tapers in there, and I mean really thin. Just taking off extra weight and stuff like that. And then it's also got two vent holes on each side, reducing a lot more weight. And then they're welded to these tapered fork legs. So if you're wondering why forks cost different, this is a actual custom tubing where it's thick and then it tapers down into a thinner area, and it actually comes down here. You can't really see it. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but it ends right here, and they grind it off and they make it perfectly smooth. But these fork legs are also butted too, so they go from thick to thinner, where you need the strength. And then we go down to the dropouts. The dropouts are basically where you set the wheel in here, and this is what holds it. This is what kind of keeps your forks together if you're riding pegs and stuff like that. If you're jumping, this is literally like what holds your wheel on. So you're pretty much clamping your axle bolts to a flat piece of metal, and then this metal has to stay on here. But these things are taking most of the force, especially when you're riding pegs and stuff like that. When you land on the ledges, it tends to bend the axle up, therefore bending this dropout and then causing your fork to crack on the end of the dropout. So if you've broken forks and stuff like that, maybe think about getting a set of forks like this, because these ones are actually invest casted. So if you don't know what invest casted is invest casted is pretty much like a mold, or like a bucket at a sand, at the beach, and you make like a sand castle. Pretty much that's what it's doing with the fork dropout. So it's pretty much just smashing together one whole piece, so that you're not actually welding this plate of metal to this round tube. It's actually one whole piece, and then up here at the top it has a little taper to slide this actual custom tube right on top of it, and then they weld across it, and then they grind it down very smooth. So the benefits of this is that it, being one solid piece of material, it makes it harder to crack on a weld, because when you weld something up, sometimes it doesn't melt all the way through to the center of the two materials, and it doesn't bond completely. So having one invested cast piece just welded to a tube makes it extremely strong and allows it to last a lot longer than a normal one. The other cool feature is that it allows you to put some pretty crazy angles on it and make stuff look really sweet. So like in here, it's cut out here for bigger hubs and stuff like that. Gives a little bit more clearance. And then look at the end of the fork that's cut out right here, to clear any fork or any pegs or anything like that. And the reason why is that these have a 25 millimeter offset or rake, like we used to talk about back in the day. But it's got a 25 millimeter offset, so that it's relatively short distance, and it actually shortens your wheelbase. It makes the front wheel a little bit farther back, helps you out with like nose manuals and stuff like that. Allows the steering to be a little bit faster response, so you're actually gonna, at first kind of be able to fidget more. But if you're looking to do like toothpick hangovers, nose manual, stuff like that, this style fork would help you out a lot, because it's only got 25 millimeters of offset. So it's not too crazy like a 15 millimeter or anything like that. So they're pretty stable, and not too far different from the 32 millimeter or the 33 that most of us have been used to for a long period of time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Stranger Ballast I.C fork that's invest casted. I think I hit everything. I don't know if I told you, but these are the fork legs, and these are dropouts, and I think that's pretty much it. If you're looking to pick up a set of these, you could hit up our website at stackbmx.com. The link is below right there. You can just hit that link, send you straight to these forks, or you can hit the other link below that one, and that'll send us to our shop, our web store, and you could surf the store and see what you like, if it's not these forks, if these aren't right for you. What I would recommend these forks for is pretty much overall riding, maybe more towards I would say park or street. You can still ride them in dirt, stuff like that. It's just a little bit steeper, a little bit more twitchy. but you could totally ride them on that. So it's almost an all around style fork, especially nowadays with the fork rates getting really short, or the offsets, getting really short. So, if you're working on nose manuals, toothpicks, toothpick hangovers, stuff like that, hang fives, hang nothings, anything like that, then definitely I would suggest this fork right here. So, yeah, these things got a 1 year warranty on them. So if you bend them or break them in a year, just send them back to us, and we'll send you another pair, courtesy of Stranger BMX. But yeah, oh yeah, I think of what I forgot is these forks, after they're created, they're heat treated afterwards to make them even stronger. So it's got the heavy chromoly steer tube and the fork legs, and then they're heat treated to bond everything together. And then it's got a matte black powder coat job on it, like so. And then it's got this little, pyramid eye on the top. So yeah, it looked pretty dope. But yeah, that's it for the Stranger Ballast I.C fork. I hope this helped you decide if these forks are perfect for you, and hopefully you pick up a new set soon. But yeah, if you're hanging out to know what we're giving away on our YouTube channel, head over to youtube.com/stackedbmx if you're on one of our other social medias, and enter our contest. All you got to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and give us a comment below. Let us know what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video, other parts that you want to see featured on this channel. Tell us anything that would make our videos better and make the viewing more enjoyable. But yeah, that's it for this video. We actually, sorry, we kind of lost it. Oh yeah, so at 2,500 subscribers, we're going to give away free Stranger parts package. Pair of tires, pair of grips, and a seat. Shipped to you guys free of charge. And then at 5,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a free bicycle retailed at $289.95. As far as us being to 2,500 subscribers already, yeah, we're going to give it away any day now. So hang tight, and yeah, we'll pick a winner very soon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching us. Check us out on Instagram at StackBMX Shop. Check me out at Can't Stop LA on Instagram. All right, have a good day. I hope you guys like this video, and we'll see you next time.